good morning to all. In previous class, we studied about Biot-Savart law. dB is equal mu naught by 4 pi ideal sin theta by r square. So, for what purpose? The magnetic field due to the small element of current carrying. Today, I am going to talk the magnetic field due to the straight current carrying conductor. That is Ampere's law. Or Ampere's circuit law. Now, what is the purpose of Ampere's law? To find magnetic field due to the straight current carrying infinite conductor. If you want to find magnetic field due to the straight current carrying conductor, we can go for Ampere's law. Of course, Ampere's law is also gives the relation between symmetric current and the magnetic field produced by it. What is symmetric current? The current which is not fluctuating with the time. That along with the time, the current in the conductor is constant. So that is why it is called symmetrical electric current. It is applicable for symmetrical electric current. Now you take one conductor. Let us consider a current carrying conductor of infinite length. Some current is passing through it. Let us say the current in the conductor is I. When current is passing through this conductor, what happens? Around this conductor, some magnetic field is created. So very basic. The magnetic field is because of current. So naturally, the existing magnetic field is directly proportional to the strength of the magnetic field, electric current. If the strength of the current increases, here the magnetic field is also increases. So you choose one point nearby this conductor. At or distance, let us consider a point P. At this point, the magnetic field B is directly proportional to the strength of the conductor. If I increases, B is also increases. If I decreases, B is also increases. For example, due to this current, around this conductor, the magnetic field, let us say 100 Tesla. Just imagine. So this 100 Tesla current is distributed in the form of a closed loop. On this closed loop, at every point, the magnetic field is constant. So at every point, the magnetic field falls like this. So what do you understand? Due to this electric current, here a magnetic field is produced is 100. How this magnetic field is distributed? In the form of closed circuit. So at each and every point, the magnetic field is constant on the circular loop of radius r. Second one, the magnetic field is constant at each and every point on the circular loop of radius r. Here the magnetic field has symmetry. This symmetry is called cylindrical symmetry. What do you call? Cylindrical symmetry. Here the constant magnitude of magnetic field is also formed concentric circles. If you take at another radius, like this, This constant magnitude of magnetic induction or magnetic field forms concentric circles like this. On every circular loop, field is constant at each and every point. If one loop to other loop, the field will be changes. If the are concentric circles, here the direction of magnetic field on this loop is tangent. Here the direction is tangent. Here tangent gives the direction of magnetic field, and here the magnetic field is also always perpendicular the plane containing source and point, like this. If you take, this is current carrying conductor, this is position vector. Now the direction of magnetic field is like this, towards us. Here the direction of magnetic field is always perpendicular to the plane of the board, like this. If the direction of flow of current changes, the direction of flow of current is like this. Now the direction of magnetic field is towards into the board. So here the direction of magnetic field always perpendicular the plane containing source and position vector. And here in the case of circular loop, the tangent at this point gives the direction of magnetic field. Here the magnetic field is depends upon only one coordinate, that is or position vector, distance. Hence we can write the magnetic field is inversely proportional to according to Ampere's law, the magnetic field due to straight current carrying infinite conductor, only two factors. One is current, the other one is distance. Not square. B proportional to R, B proportional to R. Now B proportional to I by R. Next, again, when proportional symbol is removed, we can write one proportional constant. Here proportional constant is mu naught by 2 pi I by R. Here mu naught by 2 pi is proportional constant. Mu naught is equal magnetic permeability. Magnetic permeability of free space. Again, its value is constant. What do you mean? Here, along with I and R, the existing medium is also influences the magnetic field. So here, magnetic permeability of free space is the property of the medium which decides the existing magnetic field. That is why we must take it. So this is called Ampere's law to find magnetic induction due to the straight current carrying infinite conductor mu naught by 2 pi. So the same equation we can apply where there is symmetry, like this. Now again you take when current is passing, there will be some closed loops. Now this closed loop is divided into number of elements, small elements. At every element there will be some magnetic field. The total magnetic field contributed due to these all elements is the vector sum of the magnetic field due to this each and every element. At every element there will be some magnetic field. So if you want the total magnetic field due to the small elements is a definite value. The definite value is line integral. So by taking line integral, we can express the same Ampere's law in another form. Now you take here the length of this element is dl. The magnetic field at this element is B, BDL. If you take like this, the line integral, this is the magnetic field at this small element. This line integral gives the total magnetic field, the vector sum of the total magnetic field due to this all elements. BDL is equal. Now you take B into 2 pi r mu naught r. Instead of 2 pi r, we can write B into so this is called Ampere's circuit law. Now what is this? The line integral of magnetic field on a closed loop around a conductor is equal to mu naught times the current enclosed in it. The current enclosed in it. The line integral of magnetic field on a closed loop around a current carrying conductor is equal to mu naught times current enclosed in it. No, this is called Ampere's circuit law. This circuit law does not depend upon shape of the circular loop. Whatever the shape, we can apply this Ampere law. So very most useful, very important law, Ampere's law. Where there is symmetry, we can use Ampere's law to find magnetic field. Whereas Biot-Savart law is based on experimental result, whereas Ampere's law purely mathematical. Whereas Biot-Savart law, the current is asymmetric, the current is fluctuating with the time. But whereas in the case of Ampere's law, current is symmetric, the current is not fluctuating with the time. So where there are symmetry, we can use this Ampere's law. This law is similar Gauss law in electrostatics. You people studied Gauss law in electrostatics. What is this? The line integral of electric flux passing through a closed surface is equal to 1 by epsilon naught time the charge enclosed in it. Whereas in the case of electric field, we are taking closed surfaces. But whereas in the case of magnetic field, we are taking closed loops. This closed loop does not arise in the case of electric field. In the case of electric field, closed surfaces. Here, closed loops. The magnetic field is formed a closed loops. So both are similar. So this law is also we can use where there is symmetry. Symmetry means if the same current carrying conductor, if you are bended in the form of triangle, you take this is a current carrying conductor. A current that is passing through it. If it is bended in the form of triangle, each side of the triangle is A. Then you find the magnetic field at the center of the triangle. So we can find mu naught by 4 pi by I by A. A is equal to each side. So this is called Amperian loop. What do you call? Amperian loop. For example, now you take one closed loop, this. Now we want to find the total magnetic field existing in this closed loop. The current enclosed in this closed loop, I1, I2, I3, you take I4. And a dot indicates the direction of flow of current. If the direction of flow of current is perpendicular to the board and towards us, like this, then the direction shown by a dot symbol. If the direction of flow of current is perpendicular into the board, then it is shown by cross symbol. Here I1, I2 are flowing in the same direction. I2, I3 is flowing in the opposite direction. Here I4 and I5 is outside of the closed loop. So these two are not effects, the magnetic field. So to find the magnetic field on the closed loop, so according to Ampere's circuit law, then B into dl is equal mu naught into here I, the enclosed current. How can we write? I1 plus I2. Why? Because both are moving in the same direction. I3 in the opposite direction. So magnetic field on this closed surface. So by using this Ampere's circuit law, we can estimate the magnetic field in other magnetic field sources. They are solenoid and toroid. Solenoid. The other one is toroid. These two are very most important magnetic devices to produce uniform magnetic field. They are using in several applications. Solenoid and toroid. Now a solenoid is nothing but it consists of a metallic wire which is wounded on insulated hollow pipe like this. This is an insulated hollow pipe. On this insulated hollow pipe, a wire is wounded in number of turns like this. These all turns are closely separated. When current is passing through this coil looks like helix shape. When current is passing through it, around this solenoid, a strong, a uniform magnetic field is created. Here the field lines in the case of solenoid similar to that of bar magnet. How field lines are take place around a bar magnet. So here in the case of solenoid also same as these field lines are take place. Here field lines are enters from one end and leaving from other end. Now what you see here, inside the solenoid, the field lines are all are parallel. The direction of field lines are parallel to the axis of the solenoid. These all field lines are passing toward in the direction of axis. So in the middle of the solenoid, the field lines are very nearer. All field lines are crowded, and moreover, those all are equal distance parallel lines. Hence, the magnetic field, a strong magnetic field and a uniform magnetic field is produced inside the solenoid. And you know that the surrounding circular loops are vanished because of the direction of flow. The direction is opposite that of inner side field lines. So only because of the field lines in the middle, a strong magnetic field is produced. For example, if you consider a long length of solenoid, if we consider long length of solenoid, it appears like a rectangular cylindrical plate. It appears like rectangular, cylindrical, metal plate. So like this. Now you consider very long solenoid. It appears like this, a rectangular cylindrical metal plate. The field lines in this long solenoid almost all parallel lines with equal distance. Now we want to estimate the magnetic field produced in the solenoid. So by using Ampere's circuit law, that is why you imagine a closed circular tube in this magnetic field. Let us consider a closed loop ABCD. The length of, let us say, H. Length of the loop is small h. If you take number of turns per unit length, let us see here, what is n? Number of turns per unit length. So what is h? The length of the loop. Here in this loop, the side CD is outside, so its contribution is 0, the magnetic field outside. And you take these opposite sides, their contribution is also 0. Already I said that the neighboring loops, circular loops, are vanishing. But only AB side of this loop will be contribute magnetic field. So to find magnetic field, now by using Ampere's law, now you write enclosed current. Enclosed current in a solenoid. I is equal to what? The flowing current in the solenoid. What are NH? Number of turns per unit length. H is equal to total number of. It gives what? Total number of. NH gives what? Total number of turns in solenoid. Now we want to apply Ampere's circuit law. What is Ampere's circuit law? Line interior BD L is equal mu naught I. In this case, the DL integration gives what? The length of the solenoid, mu naught I is equal to what? Enclosed current. So enclosed current is what? I N H. Here the length of the loop is how much? Small h. So B into H. So the magnetic field in solenoid is mu naught. Just you carefully observe this equation. The magnetic field in a solenoid. Here what is I? The current in the solenoid. What is n? Number of turns per unit length. So simple to find magnetic field. So like this, Ampere's law is very useful. Where there is symmetry, we can find the magnetic field in an easier way. Just you take these two values, we may get the magnetic field produced in solenoid. So this solenoid we are widely using in dialysis devices. Whereas in dialysis devices, there are two solenoids we are using to control blood pressure. And these solenoids we are also using in the fan regulator. In day-to-day life, in various cases, we are using solenoids to produce uniform magnetic field. And we have another field device, that is toroid. It is stronger than solenoid. So what is toroid? If you take same solenoid, it is bended in the form of circle and connect these two ends. It becomes toroid. So toroid is nothing but endless solenoid. It is nothing but what? Endless solenoid. So toroid is nothing but it consists of a hollow insulated ring. A hollow insulated ring. On that insulated ring, a metallic wire is wounded in number of turns. Those all turns are closely separated. When current is passing through this coil, okay? So inside the toroid, very strong, uniform, and Jabardast magnetic field is produced here. Here the magnetic field produced in the toroid. Again, by using Amperian law, we can calculate. So, first to find magnetic field, let us say current passing through the coil I and the number of turns. No, shall we take like this? Average radius. Average radius of the coil, we take small r. And again you take the number of turns per unit length. What is small n here? Number of turns per unit length. Now I want the total number of turns. So how can we write? No. Here what is small n? Now number of turns per unit length. But I want to know the total number of turns in the toroid. So we can write like this. Average perimeter into number of turns per unit length. N is equal to 2 pi r into N. Now we write enclosed current. I into N. The current flowing through the toroid, how can we write? I into N. I is equal current, N is equal number of turns. So now, according to Ampere's law, the magnetic field produced in toroid, B is equal mu naught I, the line integral. So B is equal dl integration 2 pi r mu naught into enclosed current. So B is equal mu naught into enclosed current is how much? IN. B into 2 pi r. So B is equal mu naught IN by 2 pi r. The magnetic field produced in toroid, mu naught IN by 2 pi r. And whereas magnetic field produced in solenoid, mu naught IN. And which is easier to find magnetic field? This formula, this formula. Whereas in this equation only two letters, I into N. Whereas here, I into N, whereas again in the denominator R. It is so difficult. So that is why can we change this equation. And here what is capital N? Total number of turns. Instead of capital N, if you take this value, B is equal mu naught I by 2 pi r. So instead of capital N, now I want to take 2 pi r into N. R cancel. 2 pi cancel. Now B becomes mu naught I N. Ooh, both are same. The magnetic field produced in solenoid, the magnetic field produced in toroid, both are equal. Iron, mu naught iron. So what is specialty? Solenoid and toroid both are producing same amount of magnetic field. Uniform magnetic field, strong magnetic field. But as compared with solenoid, toroids, the volume is less, the weight is less, and less noise pollution. Because of these three advantages, we are widely using toroids in various purposes. Especially in power supplies, we are using these toroids. In step up and step down circuits, also we are using toroids. We are using in televisions, in computers, in laptops, in audio systems, in everywhere to produce magnetic field. Nowadays, we are widely using this toroid. So the magnetic field in toroid is mu naught Im, mu naught Im. Okay? Now so far, the purpose of Biot-Savart law is what? dB is equal mu naught by 4 pi ideal sin theta by r square. Ampere's law, mu naught by 2 pi I by r, to find the magnetic field due to straight infinite current carrying conductor. Ampere's circuit law, now the magnetic field in solenoid and toroid, mu naught. Now so far we have studied magnetic field in those three cases. The next class, the magnetic field due to the current carrying coil, and the current coil is also having magnetic dipole moment. Okay, thank you. We'll meet in the next class.